My Natasha Denona minis are here. We are going to play with the blush. We are going to play with the palette. We're going to swatch. We're going to create. We're going to have a good time and see, are these just adorable because they're mini or are they good quality? I love Natasha Denona. I expect greatness. Let's jump into it. Hey y'all, I am excited. I love Natasha Denona. So when I saw that Natasha Denona was releasing new mini products, I bought them immediately. I ordered mine from Sephora. I will link them down below. They are also available on the Natasha Denona site, and I do have an affiliate code with Natasha Denona, so I'll put that in the description box as well. And I don't know where else all this is coming, but listen, if I can find links, I will put it in the description box. I love Natasha Denona. Did I need a neutral mini palette? Absolutely not, but also yes. So I bought it. You know what? Nobody was here to stop me. So I ordered the new Natasha Denona My Mini Dream palette. We can look at this next to the My Dream palette that I bought, I think that was last year. We can do that at the end of the video. I really just want to kind of like swatch this. I want to try it on the eyes and see. It looks really, really beautiful. We have one shade in here that is in the My Dream palette. That's this one right over here. And then the other 4 shades are all new. Now, what persuaded me to hand over my little monies for this is that I love Natasha Denona's formula. I think she has consistently great formulas, one of my top favorite brands, so I bought it. What can I say? And then we have the My Mini Dream Glow Blush. So we'll also look at this compared to the My Dream like face trio thing, which I love, but this is like new formula. And it's like all together. So we'll do a close-up of this as well. We're gonna try it on the face. I like the paint splatter packaging. What I'm gonna do is zoom y'all in. And we are going to do blush first. And then we will try this on the eyes. And then at the end, we'll kind of look at it next to the non-minis. You know what I mean? I'm excited. I wanna play in some makeup. Let me zoom y'all in. Okay, so let's start with the blush. This is the Natasha Denona My Mini Dream Glow Blush. This is a new formula, and it says it's in the Natasha shade. So we have like 2 blushes, and then we have the highlight. Wear them alone, mix them all together, whatever you want to do, you do. I thought we could try it both ways on my cheeks. Like maybe we'll do blush and then highlighter on this side, and then on this side maybe we'll just swirl all together for like a super glowy blush. We'll try it both ways, why not? And then we can compare it to the like full size that's different than this. I'm looking forward to it. I have my Singe brush. It's like the perfect size for the cheek, and it's also like the perfect size to get into this blush. So that's what we'll do. We'll try it both ways and see like the variety. Okay, so we'll start right over here. And it says that the one shade is like a vintage rose. That's what I read on the Natasha site. And then it said one shade is a like nude pink. So we will see. I really like Natasha Denona cheek products. So this was kind of like a no-brainer for me. I knew I needed this. And when they say new formula, I'm like, give me. So I think this looks pretty. I mixed both of those pink shades together, but I did not dip into the highlight, which is supposed to be a more icy shade. So there we have the blush. I think that looks cute. Yeah, I like that. Let me see. Yeah, it's kind of a, I don't know if I would say a matte finish. Maybe like a skin-like matte finish. That's pretty. Let me grab a highlighter brush though, and we will see how the highlighter looks. Okay, so now I've got the highlighter on another Singe brush, and I'm just going to lightly sweep that on my cheekbones. I really like Natasha Denona highlighters. I have not tried one that I don't like, honestly. So I think that's looking really beautiful, nice and glowy. And I'm sure I could build it up if I wanted to, but I kind of want to go for that just like soft glow. So I think we'll keep it like this because I think that's super pretty. Super pretty. Okay, I am going to swirl all the shades together for this side though. So I'm going to go like pop, 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 kind of mix them all. Well, let me just do it with y'all and hopefully not be messy because I chose to wear white today. So let's kind of like pop like this, and we'll kind of look and do this. Oh yeah, that does make a pretty glowy blush, right? Okay, let me pick up a little more of the blush, a little more of the glow, and we'll just kind of press that in, buff. Okay, so here we have the glowy blush where I kind of mixed all of the shades together. And over here, I did blush and then highlight, kind of how I would typically do, but they're both really beautiful. I am going to grab my highlighting brush and I'm going to grab the highlight and I'm going to sweep it down my nose. I just love doing that, okay? I love a little tip of the nose highlight, a little right there on the chin. And then I'm going to kind of even out my cheeks. I'm going to let's see, kind of mix so that they look the same. I mean, they basically look the same anyways, but not to me, you know, not to me. So I'm going to kind of buff and blend, and then we'll talk about this palette. Before we move on to eyes, I told y'all I would show you next to the My Dream Cheek Trio Blush and Highlighter Palette. So let me show you these kind of side by side, plus it'll be a good way to see the size because it is a mini. So here they are next to each other. Now this is kind of like a cream. It's like a creamy powder. It's not like a true cream, but it's not a powder. You know what I mean? And then we have this highlight, which is a cream. And then we have the powder. I shouldn't have gone into that with my blush finger, but definitely different formulas in here. A cream blush, a cream highlighter, and a powder highlighter. And then this is a totally new formula, and it's a mini. So there you go, FYI, in case you were curious about that. Let me prime my eyes and we'll play with this palette, but let me show you this up close. So cute. Actually, let me swatch this out on my hand really quick. Okay, so I quickly swatched it out on my hand. I like that we have this deep dark shade, a mid-tone shade. This is kind of like buffing into my skin tone. It's just a different like undertone than my olive skin. So it's kind of like more neutral, almost like a little pinky leaning. So a little, not cool in a great way, but just a little more pinky. We have this pretty like, oh wait, where is it? Hold on. I've got to like remember where I'm talking to y'all. This one really reflective and shiny, and then this one a little deeper. So I'm going to wipe these swatches off. I'm going to throw down an eyeshadow primer, and we will create an eye look. It's going to be very neutral, but I think it's going to be pretty. Okay, so I went ahead and put down my primer. I will link it, everything I talk about, of course, down in the description box. The brushes, my lip, everything I can will be in the description box. But I think we're going to do like a halo eye, spotlight eye, something like that. So I'm going to start, I think I'm going to start with the mid-tone shade, Nurture, the shade that was existing in the My Dream palette. That's the one we're going to start with. Okay, so I'm going to take that shade and I'm going to put it kind of all right here in my socket. And I'm going to kind of even blend the shade up a little bit higher just for my eye shape. But if you want to kind of like follow it around, you can. Remember, you can always like swap up your placement, do what you want to do. I just have like deep set eyes, a prominent brow bone, so I like to kind of extend my shadow out to give me a little bit of like a lift. And we're just going to buff it like this. I'm also going to take that shade and buff it under my lower lash line as well. Just kind of wrapping it, but I'm not going to bring it down on the lid or anything like that, just adding it right in here. Okay, next I'm going to take the deepest matte shade in the palette, and we're going to put that kind of right on the inner part of the lid and just up a little bit, but not up too high. And then also in the outer part of the lid and up, again, not too high. If you want to pull it up higher, you definitely can. I'm going to kind of connect where I put that first shade with this. I'm going to blend, but I want to keep it nice and dark on the inner and outer part of my lid. This is really pretty. I'm pretty sure it's described as like a, let me look, a burgundy brown. Yes, a burgundy. Let me look. Yes, Natasha Denona's website says this is a burgundy brown. I don't really see burgundy, but I do see brown. I'm just going to take what's left on the brush and sweep it under the lower lash line just to give us even more like depth and dimension and all of that. Okay, so we've used these two mattes so far. I want to go into this kind of nude matte shade right here. I'm going to tap off my brush and we're going to put this on the inner corner. Okay, so this is Balance, and I just want to like press it right there so we keep it matte everywhere except for our spotlight on the center of the lid. We're just going to kind of press that matte shadow on the inner corner. Super pretty. I definitely don't think this is going to be like an inner corner highlight shade if you're any lighter than I am. But I really like that for a little, like, to give a little contrast, you know, since it's so much lighter. But now we're going to go onto the lid. So we're going to use the last two shades, the shimmers, metallics, whatever Natasha is calling them, whatever like fancy name, you know. So we're going to put these on the center. Okay, so I'm going to take that shade Devotion. And this is like the deeper metallic, but it's still a pretty light nude shade. And I did pick it up on my brush and then I sprayed my brush with just a little bit of setting spray, makeup mist, whatever you want to use. And I'm going to kind of put that right up against that deep brown. I'm not going to cover the deep brown, but I'm going to put it right up against on the inner and outer part, still leaving the absolute kind of like center empty. So I'm going to just set this down right here. That is really pretty. I love the metallic formula from Natasha Denona. I think it's really beautiful. It always has such a nice finish. Then I'm going to grab a small brush and we're going to put that lightest metallic right in the center. Okay, so this is a Lunar Beauty brush and I've got the shade Passionate, which is like a cool tone taupey metallic. And I'm going to put that in the center. Oh, that's really pretty. So we're going to kind of go like dark matte, mid-tone shimmer, light shimmer, mid-tone shimmer, dark matte. So it kind of like flows, you know. I think this is really pretty. Okay, okay. All right, this will be our finished eye look. Of course, I want to do eyeliner and a like mascara lash thing. So I will be back, but it's neutral, you know, like it is a neutral look for sure. But I think this is pretty. I really like Natasha Denona formulas. So yeah, let me do that and then we'll see how it comes together with a lash. And we'll look at it side by side with the I Need a Nude palette and talk. All right, y'all, here is the finished look. I just threw on a lash and some liner. I will link it all below. I really like this look. It's very neutral. Yes, it is. Did I need 5 neutral shades in my large collection? No, but what is need? You know, I don't need it, but I am happy with my purchase. I'm glad I bought it. I really like this look. I love Natasha Denona and her palettes. I love her mini palettes. I have a full Natasha Denona playlist, FYI, in case you were curious. If you want to see the My Dream collection that I believe was last year, check out my video. But I'll link that down below. I will do that. I will link it in the description box. We compared the cheek products. Let me show you the palette side by side though. So here is the My Dream palette in case you haven't seen it or maybe you need a little refresher. Obviously this is my preference versus a mini. I like shade options. I love that this palette has some more color. This shade down here you can see is a multi-chrome. There you go. You can see the green to the gold to the bronze to the purple here. So of course I love, and I do love this palette. I already reviewed it, all of that on my channel last year if you want to see my full thoughts. But yeah, we have some more colorful shades in here. This is the shade right here, Nurture, that is repeated. Let me put these together so that you can kind of see. I feel like this is a more like neutral expansion of this. So if you weren't really into the My Dream, if you felt like maybe it had too much color, but you kind of liked the overall vibe and tone, let me see. It's kind of hard. Maybe I should, yeah, there we go. I should do it more like this. So the dark brown matte in this palette is definitely a little more brown neutral leaning than this matte right here. I would say this one actually has a little more burgundy to the brown. The lightest matte shade in this one I think is definitely lighter than any of the mattes in this palette. We have 2 new shimmery or metallic shades. I don't think there's a dupe in here. And is that it? Yeah, so definitely no dupes, but like I said, if you like this color story, but you're like, I don't want a larger palette, don't want like the plums and that kind of like orangey, I don't want the color, I want the neutrals, this is going to be the one for you. If you are like me and you're like Natasha Denona love, then, you know, get both if that's what you want. Maybe you don't want any new makeup right now and you like this look, shop your stash. See if you can recreate it. I'm all about shopping your stash. If you're not even into makeup, guess what? I am happy you are here spending time with me watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had fun with it. I'm into my look. I feel nice. I feel very neutral with the white and the neutral, like the nude lip and the nude eyes. And, you know, like it's a whole vibe today. Thank you for watching. I hope you're having an amazing, amazing day. I would love to hear if you have any video requests or video ideas or anything like that for 2024. I would love to hear, like, if you would like to see something new or different on my channel, or if there's something that I do that you want me to keep doing. I would love to hear from you down in the comments because I'm excited. I'm excited for the new year is going to bring. I hope you're having a good day. I think I said that 10,000 times. Please do subscribe, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye!